Hey guys, so we're going to be looking at shoulder pads today. So Nocsae have recently changed the certification on shoulder protection. If you're in North America, that's been well publicised. Outside North America, shoulder pads aren't actually a mandatory piece of protection. So we've had a lot of confused customers asking, do we have to buy new shoulder pads? What shoulder pads should we get in? Outside North America, the new certification does not apply. Now, that's going forward. Might change in time, so look out for any rule changes. But at the moment, we don't have to wear shoulder pads. I think in the 32 years I've played, I've probably worn shoulder pads less than 20 times in 32 years. One thing I will say to all you guys in North America, there's going to be a huge rush to go out and buy shoulder protection, because you're going to all have to wear this new shoulder protection come January 22. Do not throw away your old shoulder pads. Speak to your coaches, get them to gather up all those shoulder pads and send them out to a country, a developing nation that needs equipment. Do not throw them in the trash. There's enough landfill out there and we're a throwaway society. Do not throw those away. There's plenty of countries out there that could do with your old protection. If you've got other gear to donate as well, fantastic. But shoulder pads, do not let them pile up. There's going to be thousands and tens of thousands of people just tossing them away. Do not toss them away. Gather them up and send them somewhere they can be used. So the first pads I'm going to be looking at is the Stxl 5 line. So we're going to have a look at the liners first. Liners do tend to be a lot more popular than full shoulder pad. So I'm going to go for an XL. I'm not the smallest of dudes if you ever met me. So let's try. I'm going to have to extend this. Ooh. As I said, I'm not the smallest of dudes. So this is an XL. And we're just going to open this up. There we go. That should be a little bit better. So you can see here straight away, Stxl has got rid of the Velcro, and it's kind of like this little hook system here. So I'll reach around and grab that. Just hook that in there. So these are the XLs. Let's kind of sit in where I want it to sit. And that's a pretty comfortable shoulder liner. I think if I had to wear shoulder pads, this is definitely something I would consider. So Stxl 5, now the Stxl 4 liners have always been super popular. Obviously, if you do want to go to the new spec, I think these are a bit more customizable as well. There's Velcro on here, so you can adjust these a little bit. I think I probably need to pull that down a little bit. So there does seem straight away to be a bit more in the way of customizing the fit of these pads. So that's the Stxl 5 liner. Definitely something I consider wearing. It's noticeable that there's a lot more bulk on the chest here, but that all meets the new spec. So let's try the shoulder pads on. So we're going to have a look at the shoulder pads now from the Stxl 5 line. And again, I'll give you a close up there. So they got rid of the Velcro. There's this little hook system there, just kind of hooks into there. So let's try these on. One thing I've noticed already, this big shoulder cap here does look slightly less bulky than the Stxl 4 one was. So again, I've gone for an XL. I've had to go for the XL to go with my relaxed muscle, otherwise known as fat. Just hook this in here. And again, we've got this Velcro on here, so I do like this. Makes it far more customizable in terms of fit, so you can get a better fit. And there's these Velcro bits here. which again, you can adjust the height on these Velcro bits and the kind of bicep area pad. I've got to say, for a full shoulder pad, this is quite comfortable for a full shoulder pad. So I guess if you wanted more protection, you know, this is definitely a great option from Stxl. I'll be interested to see if they come out with a new surgeon line in future. I suspect there will be a new surgeon line coming out. So let's lose these ones. Now I've got to say, on those Stxl 5s, there did seem to be a pretty good range of motion on those pads. So definitely more adjustable. Definitely had free movement in them. I think if I had to get shoulder protection, I'd definitely go for the Stxl 5 shoulder liners at the Stxl range. Now, we've got these as well. These are in stock here at the store. So this is the Stallion 200 Plus, which again is the updated version with increased protection for the hearts. I'm not going to try these on because these only go up to a large. But if you're looking for like a higher intermediate pad, that's definitely worth looking at. So we're going to have a look at the Maverick shoulder protection next. Now, I've got to say, it seems to me that Maverick grew ahead of the game here with the new specs. I definitely remember getting these in stock way before the Stxl 5s last year. And this one here right behind me has been extremely popular. Now, again, in a medium and a large. So let me just find a large. Let me see if we can get a large to try on. Now, one thing we've noticed about these, not just that they were very, very popular last year when they released, but there is, I mean, you can see there's a lot of movement in these. You know, these are pretty malleable pads. Now, they've got a buckle system on here. So again, people have got away from Velcro. Velcro can be a bit of a pain in the ass because it's, you know, the Velcro straps, it just pulls on your jersey, pulls on your undershirt, and nobody likes getting big snags in their uniforms and their shooting shirt. I'm just going to throw this one on over my head rather than using the buckles. Again, I've got to say, if I had to wear a pad, I'm probably going to move the camera slightly. Here we go. I'm probably going to lean towards this Max model. These are actually really, really comfortable. Now again, you can adjust some adjustment here, so you're going to get a better fit. But these are pretty good fit for a large. You know, I can squeeze into a large. You know, this is a Maverick. You just made my day. I've gone from an XL to a large in moments. It's fantastic. I'm gonna tell my wife I've lost weight. But let's have a little look at these. I mean, so this is the Max Speed pad we're looking at with the EKG external cardiac guard. And I've got to say, mobility-wise, these really are very, very comfortable. So, you know, if you are looking to get a speed pad or what I'd refer to as a liner, these are very, very comfortable. So definitely worth looking at. So next up we have got, again from the Max line from Maverick, this is the full shoulder pad. This shoulder piece here, it is pretty wide. Don't know how I feel about that at the moment. Let's just try these on. So, look. Oh. Maybe I'll unbuckle these after all. So let's have a look. Seemed a bit harder to just throw over my head, those ones. So let's try these. Helps if you undo the straps, but You can tell how often I wear shoulder pads. I haven't put the things on. As I said, they're not mandatory in the UK, so it's been a rarity that I've worn shoulder pads. Now, I've got to say, one thing I noticed there, that strap there on the bicep is a little tight. These are a large as well. And although I'm a big guy, I wouldn't say that I've got massive biceps or, you know, I'm really fat. And those feel a little bit snug, I've got to say. A bit surprised how tight they are. And there's no Velcro. They do not have Velcro on those. So I've got to say, before I tried these on, I thought these were really wide, but that actually sits really well, and I thought they were going to sit a little higher. Again, range of movement, these are really good. And other than these, for most guys that would wear a large pad, I'm sure these are fine. I'm going to say that I have been lifting again recently, so I don't know, maybe arms are getting a little bigger, but that is just, it's a little tight for me, I've got to say. But comfort-wise, the rest of the pad, really good. I really like how these sit. I thought they were going to be a little bit bulky, but these are nice. Again, well done, Maverick, good pad. Bit tight this, though. So the next pad we're looking at is the Maverick M5 Speed Pad. Now, notice straight away, these have gone back to Velcro, so we'll maybe not as much adjustment on these because there's no way of extending this strap. Let's have a look. Again, I'm just going to throw them over the top. Oh. I mean, again, you've got really good movement in these. I mean, this does stick out a little bit, this EKG protection here, but, I mean, you can't fault the protection there. That is solid. And I do like the fact that you've got that range of movement. You know, you could quite happily shoot and not feel restricted in these at all. So this is the M5. Again, for a large, these fit me pretty good. It's amazing how I've lost weight in like 5 minutes of shooting this video. Gotta say, I remember a time where there wasn't an XL pad or even 14-inch gloves. And I did question at the time whether it's just that manufacturers wanted to stock a greater range of sizes, which is difficult for retailers. I'm sure other retailers watching this will agree, having all these different SKUs, you know, just, it's a lot. You know, things are a bit more adjustable, but saying these only come in medium and large, and this is very comfortable. You know, got some protection on the back there. Those are great. Really like these, the M5s. Slightly more expensive than these ones here, but these are great pads. Hugely impressed. So I've got to say, Maverick, I think, probably come out on top here with the shoulder protection right now for me. And if I was to buy a pair, if I had to buy a pair, I'd probably go for those based on the price point. They're slightly cheaper than these. You've got a bit more adjustment here with the Velcro bit, with the Max line. But it's a little bit more adjustable across the chest as well with this adjustable strap here, because you can pull the slack or tighten it up. And these are going to be a close second, and then I'd probably go for the Stxl 5 liners. If you wanted a full shoulder pad, I'd say probably the Max shoulder pads are just equal with the Stxl 5s. And I'm kind of surprised that I'd lean towards the Maverick over the STX shoulder liner, because the shoulder liner for the Stxl 4 line was always so popular. But I think Maverick are the winner here. Good job, fellas. So I hope you found this informative. And don't forget what I said at the start. if you're watching in North America, and I know we do get a lot of people watch our videos in North America, do not just throw those shoulder pads away. Speak to your coaches, encourage your coaches to gather up those pads, right, and chest pads, because the specs change for chest pads as well. Do not throw them away. There's enough crap filling landfill sites. You know, you want to recycle these? Great. Send them off to a developing nation, all right? Let's get more people playing lacrosse.